Live from KSAT 12, the news at 5:30 starts right now.
A man is in critical condition after being shot by a San Antonio police officer. SAPD Chief William McManus says that man had been under surveillance by police because he was wanted for multiple outstanding warrants.
Camille Juarez joins us now live from the scene where this all happened. What can you tell us about what led up to that shooting?
Lee, team, Chief McManus says that the 30-year-old man who was shot was staying at the Wood Spring Suites here on the city's northeast side. A Crime Stoppers tip is what led police to this hotel. Now, police tell us the man is wanted on multiple felony warrants, including 2 aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon charges, unauthorized use of a vehicle, and felon in possession of a firearm. McManus says the man was leaving the hotel. When he saw police, he ran off, and that's when the situation escalated.
Officers sat on the location, waited for him to come out. When they came out, he ran. Officers chased him. He produced a firearm, at which time the officer shot. He was transported to the hospital in critical condition.
McManus says the man was shot in the upper body. Right now, it's unclear if the man aimed the gun at officers or if he fired any shots. The officer who fired his weapon is a 5-year veteran with SAPD, and he remains on administrative leave as the investigation continues. Reporting live on the city's northeast side, Lee, Tim.
A man is in custody after he allegedly stabbed his father and led police on a chase. It happened around 10:50 this morning at an apartment complex on Oakdale near West I-10. According to SAPD, a man believed to be in his 20s or 30s stabbed his father with a kitchen knife before taking off in a car. The 60-year-old victim taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries by a neighbor. They saw the victim stumble outside of his apartment with a deep wound to his abdomen.
The son approached the father from the rear as the father was doing something in the kitchen. The son stated to him, "I'm sorry," before he stabbed him with a big kitchen knife.
Officers taking the son into custody when he was found on Hidden Cross by Les Harrison Drive. Investigators now working to determine what led up to that stabbing.
San Antonio police are searching for the driver in a stolen motorcycle crash who allegedly fled the scene and left their injured passenger behind. It happened just after midnight on Southwest Loop 410 between West Shore Drive and Bronco Lane. Police say the motorcycle was driving down the highway when the passenger's leg got stuck between the rear fender and the tire. The driver slowed down and pushed the motorcycle down before running off. Now, if found, that driver will be charged with failure to stop and render aid, serious bodily injury.
A man is hospitalized, a woman taken into custody after an argument leads to a shooting. This happened Saturday night around 8:45 near West French in North Trinity Street. San Antonio police first arriving at a hotel parking lot near the area and found a 22-year-old man shot in the leg. They then arrested a woman at a home on North Sabina Street who was accused of being the shooter. Police also found a 6-year-old boy inside the home at the time.
One of the country's most popular dog shows wrapped up today at the Freeman Coliseum. Lasting for 4 days, the River City cluster of dog shows brought top dogs, breeders, and handlers from across the country and outside of the U.S. to compete. More than 1,100 dogs competed with breeds recognized by the American Kennel Club. The Bexar County and Greater Victoria Kennel Clubs presented the show, which had a competition, judging, and vendor area with unique stuff for dog lovers.
This year we have, I think, about 26 or 27 states represented, Mexico, Canada, U.S. and British Virgin Islands.
Already in its 35th year, the dog show was free to attend, and the 7 winning dog groups competed under a final judge who selected the ultimate title of Best in Show for the day.
Taking a look at headlines around America, pilots with United Airlines have reached a tentative new deal on a contract for a 4-year contract. The airline will now give pilots a 40% pay raise if it goes through. The Airline Pilots Association says the agreement also includes better retirement benefits, job security, and also addresses quality of life issues. The union says the agreement ends a stalemate that has lasted 4 years. It now will take 16,000 members to approve that deal.
From Washington state all the way to Florida, extreme temperatures are impacting millions of Americans. Part of the country seeing temperatures in the triple digits. ABC's Samara Theodore with the details as the Northeast battles relentless rounds of rain, leaving the ground saturated and a flash flood taking at least 5 lives in Pennsylvania.
More than 80 million Americans across 14 states are under heat alerts this weekend. It has been the hottest first 2 weeks of July on record for Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona, as well as Tampa, Fort Myers, and Key West, Florida. Phoenix is on day 17 of temperatures at or above 110 degrees. At least 12 heat-related deaths reported in Maricopa County. Across Texas, residents are seeking relief from the heat at community pools and water parks. El Paso has seen triple-digit temperatures for 30 days in a row, and the forecast is calling for 100-degree days for at least the next week. In Los Angeles, senior centers opening their doors. ABC's Zorreen Shaw is there.
This is one of the senior centers that LA City Recs and Parks has with extended hours for people to get out of the heat. You can see the stacks of water right there. And they tell me in the last several days, they have seen several dozen people often coming here with their pets through those doors.
And in Las Vegas, temperatures nearing the all-time high of 117 degrees. Authorities urging residents to stay indoors during the day. Cooling centers opening there as well. Meanwhile, the ground is already saturated in much of the Northeast. Rounds of rain for more than a week. In Bucks County, Pennsylvania, a sudden flash flood swept away several cars, several others still missing.
Miraculously, Dad and his son were able to get safely. However, the grandmother, the mother, and the 2 children were swept away by the floodwaters. We have recovered the mother, and she is one of the deceased. Also, the 2 children that we are looking for to bring home, we are continuing all efforts to find them.
And more rain is in the forecast from Maine to Virginia, including parts of New York City and Philadelphia. In the Midwest, a new round of smoke from Canadian wildfires is downgrading air quality across the region. In Minnesota, officials urging everyone to limit outdoor activity. That haze impacting cities as far south as Chicago and Indianapolis. Samara Theodore, ABC News, Phoenix.
Still ahead on the news at 5:30 this Sunday. Things aren't looking so good for Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign as he represents Republicans' strongest alternative to former President Donald Trump. We'll take a look at some of the issues he's already facing coming up right after this break.
A new report says contributions are slowing down for Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis as he tries to catch up to former President Donald Trump. According to a DeSantis aide, he let go of 10 paid staffers last week to help reduce operating expenses. He posted a strong $20 million in the second quarter, but it quickly fell off in the weeks after he announced his bid for the White House. Filings say about 15% of individual donations came in amounts of $200 or less.
Another hot one out there for us. You can see a live cam view right now over the airport. Notice that haze on the horizon. We're going to have your Saharan dust forecast coming up in a bit. But first, I want to talk about the aquifer. Because it's the weekend, the aquifer has gone up a slight bump by about 0.3 of a foot, but still 30 feet below the average. Molds are low at 140. That's the only allergen out there. And take a look at the forecast over the next several days. Record challenging heat, but the good news is I do see some relief on the horizon. Details ahead.
Well, when I started the show and we came out here before we were on, I asked Sarah, no record-breaking heat today? Well, that changed.
Yeah, it did. In the 30 minutes since the show has started, we have now tied a 34-year-old record for the high for the day today.
Lucky
yeah,
us.
I know. If it's going to be hot, at least it's in the record.
Make it worth our while.
Yeah, exactly. Take a look outside right now. You can see that haze on the horizon. I'm going to have your Saharan dust forecast here in just a second. But we got up to 103 for the high. The record of 103 was set 2 times, back in 1956 and in 1989. So we tied a 34-year-old record for the high today, 103, some 8 degrees above the average high of 95. And I show you that horizon there. You can see a bit of a haze from the Saharan dust. My friends, this Saharan dust is very, very light. The biggest impact is that you will see a haze on the horizon. The concentrations of Saharan dust are too low to impact air quality in a major way. So if you're noticing your allergies really starting to act up, My opinion is that it's indoor allergies because we've been spending so much time inside because it's so hot. And as we look at the Saharan dust forecast for the week ahead, sure, there will be some light concentrations out there, but it isn't until early next week that we start to see perhaps some denser concentrations of Saharan dust that could actually end up impacting the air quality. But that is a while in the future, and we'll be sure to let you know. Saharan dust also prevents tropical storms from developing, and oftentimes tropical storm is how we get our rain this time of year in Texas. And speaking of rain, take a look out across Louisiana. Some severe storms moving through there. These storms moved through Dallas and Waco area, got some rain today. Not so the case for us. We've just been baking underneath this heat high. And speaking of the heat high across the desert Southwest, take a look at these current temperatures. Out in Las Vegas right now, it's 113. Death Valley, 126. Now, the hottest temperature ever reliably recorded on Earth, 130 degrees in Death Valley. So it's only 4 degrees shy of that hottest temperature ever. I'm going to be tracking that temperature very closely in the remaining hours of the day. I'll give you an update on the night beat. Looking at the FUTURECAST, that heat high is going to be moving over Texas. So we're actually going to crank up temperatures a degree or two in the coming days. 105 for the high in San Antonio. But look at most of Texas. This is why ERCOT has issued a weather watch for the state of Texas. The good news is their forecast supply will meet demand. So that is good news there. That heat high, however, will be moving off to the west. It's still going to be hot all week long. But some more good news, there's a glimmer of hope for an isolated shower or storm on Sunday. I'm saying glimmer of hope and isolated showers because I don't want to get everybody's hopes up, but at least it is going to shake up our weather pattern a little bit. So rain chances in San Antonio, nil until Sunday. 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm on Sunday. Looking at your KSAT 12-hour forecast for tomorrow, waking up 78 degrees, mostly cloudy, much like today. Quickly seeing those skies clear. By noon, it'll be 93, and we're forecasting high tomorrow of 104. Notice, heat index not much higher than the temperature, and that's because humidity will be low tomorrow in the afternoon. Still humid in the morning. Highs tomorrow, 107 in Del Rio, 106 in Cotulla, 103 in Canyon Lake, 102 in Kerrville, 101 in Rock Springs. And looking at that 7-day forecast, yikes. Triple-digit weather for the remainder of the weekend into next weekend. A small chance for rain. By the way, on the night beat, if you've seen a line of lights in the night sky, I've got an explanation for that coming up.
Definitely interested in that and interested in that glimmer of hope for Sunday rain. Thanks, Sarah.
Lee was already doing her rain dance.
Yeah, out here, ready for it, excited.
All right, Larry, also excited.
No,
about
Lee, keep doing the rain dance.
Now we see the rain dance. There it is.
Bring it back.
Spurs wrapping up Summer League play tonight.
And you know, and perhaps they'll be raining three-pointers tonight on the Thunder because it is their final game of the summer in Las Vegas. And coming up, we're going to talk more about Sir Jabari Rice, who really likes to bring the energy for the Spurs. And San Antonio FC had a great experience last night in that international friendly. Coming up. Houston Texans left tackle Laremy Tunsil held a free football camp with the help of some of his football friends in big board sports. The San Antonio Spurs will close out Summer League play today with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and so far it's been a good summer for many of the Spurs, including second-year center Dom Barlow, who's averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds per game in Las Vegas. Guard Sir Jabari Rice, who made his Summer League debut Friday night in the Spurs' 79-73 loss to the Pistons, scored 11 points and snagged a game-high 3 steals. You know what? He's got a great motor and loves to supply energy and excitement on the court and from the bench.
I get excited about basketball. I like to win. So, I mean, like, if the bench is dead, who the people on the court going to turn to, you know what I mean? So just trying to be that sixth man that's not on the floor but off the floor, you know what I mean? And just try to bring excitement, because when you play down and not the right type of passion, then I don't think it goes the right way. So if anybody's going to be the one that's happy and always bringing everybody up, it's going to be me, and I try to be that guy every time.
Thunder and Spurs will play tonight at 6:30 San Antonio time at the Cox Pavilion in Las Vegas. We'll have highlights on Instant Replay.
I mean, in the locker room, you know, a couple of hours, 3 hours, 4 hours before the game, 5 hours before the game. It's that's where all the little moments that you take away always happen. That's what I always look forward to. And then just being here with them after everything that they did to support me through, you know, one of the toughest times. It just means everything to be right here.
Phoenix Mercury All-Star Brittany Griner scored 18 points and threw down 2 slam dunks for Team Stewart in the All-Star game last night in Las Vegas. She's having a nice season after her near 10-month detainment in Russia. Seattle Storm's Jewel Lloyd set a WNBA All-Star game record with 31 points to win MVP honors, and Team Stewart beat Team Wilson 143-127. San Antonio FC fell to Sunderland AFC 3-1 last night in an international friendly. Midfielder PC scored San Antonio's lone goal of the match in the 26th minute with a perfectly executed strike on a free kick some 50 yards away from goal that leveled the score at 1 until just before halftime when Sunderland took the lead 2-1 on an own goal. San Antonio FC enjoyed facing such a prestigious club.
Yeah, great experience to play such a prestigious club. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Our guys embraced the challenges. Some guys maximized the opportunities. It's great for the club. We got 7 academy players to play in the game, which was huge for the club and huge for them. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for our academy players. All in all, I think very, very positive.
Yeah, I think for everybody was a great experience, you know, like playing a team that play in the highest level, you know. I think for the fans, especially for us, that the guys hasn't played a lot, so it was a great opportunity for tonight.
San Antonio FC will return to USL Championship play next Saturday, hosting Miami FC at Toyota Field at 8 p.m.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Yesterday at Judson High School, DeMarvin Leal held his first football camp. The Pittsburgh Steeler and Judson X had 80 kids attend, and a good time was had by all. Leal's childhood friend and Wagner High School alum Spencer Burford was there to help him out.
I'm out here supporting DeMarvin, childhood friend I grew up with, played ball with the San Antonio Outlaws, grew up with, played against them in middle school, high school. Just out here really supporting with the kids, helping out, and that's really what I'm doing.
What do you want these kids to take from this camp today?
Number one, to have fun. That's the number one thing. Whenever you do anything out here, especially competing, of course you want to compete, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to learn, but all in all, just go ahead and go have fun.
How does it feel for you to come back to the San Antonio area as a current NFL player and help teach the youth?
It means everything in the world to me, you know what I'm saying? I always dreamed about doing stuff like this, you know what I'm saying? Now God putting me in the position to where I can do it, and so I'm going to just go ahead and take the opportunity that's put forward.
49ers training camp report day is July 25th. Best of luck to Burford and Leal, who are both entering their second seasons in the NFL.
Come out and enjoy the camp. You know, I got them free cleats, free t-shirts, food, drinks, whatever they need. It's just an unbelievable moment just to have the kids out here.
Houston Texans Pro Bowl left tackle Laramie Tunsil held his first football camp yesterday inside the Texans practice bubble right next to NRG Stadium. He hosted 150 kids from nonprofit organizations that includes Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America, Boys and Girls Club, and the Urban Enrichment Institute.
This is a huge deal, man. Just to see the smile on their face, the competition, them going to the drills, it means a lot to me. You know, I was one of these kids before and going to the camps, you know, trying to win the races and trying to get the prize, man. Just to see these kids just enjoying themselves, it means a lot.
Texans safety Jalen Petrie and cornerback Jacoby Francis were among the teachers helping out Tunsil to teach those young kids the game of football.
Pretty cool to learn from some of the guys that are doing it on the big league.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Larry.
We'll be right back. What a better way to combat the heat and enjoy a sweet treat than on National Ice Cream Day. There are plenty of spots to celebrate and enjoy some delicious ice cream around San Antonio.
You can see 2 of them located right there on your screen. We also have a bunch more over on KSAT.com.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream, Tim?
I don't know. I have to think about that.
Cookies and cream for me.
Ditto.
You
don't like that?
I'm a cookies and cream gal.
Cherry Garcia.
So good.
Also ditto. If I have a choice, it's either Cherry Garcia or cookies and cream.
You really just can't go wrong with any ice cream.
We gotta have an ice cream party with this heat. Temperatures climbing up to 105 in the coming days, close to records. At least there's a small chance for rain next Sunday.
All All right, we're going to go get some Cherry Garcia and eat it. We'll see you back here at 10.
See you then.